Alright.
Waiting for you to accept.
I'm already in. I should be at least. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any aggro decks.
What do you mean? Mine is aggro.
You're all over. Like, you're more like a mid-range than an aggro.
Well, mine has 100% baneling. One time I summoned 5 Hunterling at once.
Yes, yes, that is true. But it, I don't know. Like
Right, but the majority of your deck is not like 3 cost
push,
and
push,
below.
push, draw.
And-
Like Thurg is
and
very
units.
good at aggro. Like Frenzy Zerg is a great aggro.
Yeah, like I have a lot of aggro cards. I just don't draw them early.
So hopefully these people show up on time. I informed them previously about what their time would be, so...
What's so funny?
I'm reading a hilarious bug where if you have Malash on your field as the only unit, and you play Hybrid Dominator, he'll take control of the units, but he'll never recall them because before being recalled, he gets killed by Malash.
Yeah.
So anyway, G.I. Joe, aka CD Ramen, and Bazri, they will be fighting Anaconda and Drizzo. They are on in 10 minutes. They need to be here. I added them and everything, and I previously told everybody the schedule, so... Also, I can actually prove via PMs that they wanted to get the earliest match possible, and I informed them yesterday that they could be the first match.
Alright.
Like, you know, hey, I'm more than willing to try and give them an early match, right? That just means whatever match that they were in would be earlier. And as it turns out, them facing Anaconda works best because they can only be up until 3 anyway. So...
So you expect them to get kicked out?
I expect them to show up on time, because if they don't, oh well. Right?
We'll just replace them.
I mean, kind of. Not really replacing, just, hey, there are also other people who are, you know, I don't know, time crunched, so get them in here. And they're not currently online.
Are not none of the 4 of them online?
I swear to fucking God, if both of these teams said, "Hey, give us the earliest match you possibly can," and I ended up, altering the brackets to meet both of them, and neither of them fucking show up, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, at least fucking Drizzo's here. Good. Now, you know what? All of this is gone. All of this stress alleviated. At least one member of one team is here. At least he can. His presence alone can secure the win for his team, and I don't have to be stuck with my thumb in my ass. And hey, in the off chance that one team doesn't make it, and the other team gets a complete victory over them, uncontested, it means we can have that 15-minute break, Zai. It means that my schedule won't be fucked.
Well, that depends if Chilano's here.
You mean Quintano?
Quintano.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at pronouncing names.
Wait, this is bad. Oh yeah, it is.
So did both teams request this early time?
Yes, both of them did.
I mean, do they know the exact time?
Yes, I PM'd it to every one of them.
Yes, I mean, do they live in that time zone, or are they miscalculating somewhere?
No, they know that it's Eastern time. They verified.
Alright. I mean, they still have 7 minutes.
And by the way, again, I gave everyone 3 weeks to adjust their schedules and to get, their time allotted. There's only so much I can do, I can only tell someone and guide them and hold their hand enough. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. I don't mind helping people. I don't. It's no problem to help them, but I can't do everything for them. Just gotta hope, man. Just gotta hope they show up on time. Hell, the team from fucking Russia was here on time.
They're like practically European time, like it's evening, it's easy for them.
I don't know, man. Russia's a fucking big place. If you're on the west side of Russia, then like you're practically...
That is like practically the same time as you are, so it doesn't really matter.
No!
Okay.
That's
So
the east side of Russia is like, you know...
Oh yeah, the west side. No, west side only differs 1 hour in my time zone. I think. Oh no, 2 because... No, 1 because I'm
You
in the
playing
wrong one.
tournament or hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey!
Hello.
Where is the
Alright.
rest?
Anachronity, you and Drizzo are ready, right?
Yep.
Let's get them in part in game already, but where's the other 2?
Чё, заходи.
Also, Bedman, you guys are not, hold on. Your time is going to be, 2 p.m. Or, sorry, not 2 p.m., 1:30.
We know play first. Yeah, I'm right.
Yes, you are second. You are at 1:30 p.m. You got 30
Okay.
minutes.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, are you sure these are only going to take half an hour? Is it still best out of 5, or is
It's
it best out of
it's
like
best
3?
of 3.
Best of 3,
Look,
best of 5, best of
posted,
7.
I posted all of the brackets, the time slots. Dude, I broke it down by time slots too, and I allowed for 15-minute breaks.
Oh, I see the parentheses. My bad. That's my bad.
Yeah. It's okay. I tried to make it as clear for everybody this time around. Just
Appreciate it.
yep.
Is there any sort of loser bracket, or is it just single elimination?
It's single elimination from here.
Okay.
In the future, I might allow for some sort of losers bracket, but right now, nah,
Neither one of them are here.
no. Okay. Add Anachronity back into the thing. I'm still waiting for CD Ramen and Vazri to get online. And by the way, I have proof. Like straight up, I don't wanna like release all of the PMs that people send me, but like
Don't do that, but...
I can, right? I do have proof. You don't have to just like take my word for it, right?
Proof of what?
That they wanted an earlier time, and that they said that they wanted to be in this time slot, so I allowed for it.
Why do we have 2 Vazris in this server?
I don't know. I PM'd both of them, just to make sure.
I'm gonna go over to the chat with Drizzo.
Okay,
Let me know if
ahead.
anything crazy happens.
will do. Alright.
Oh.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Good.
No, we
Good,
can't
good.
hear you.
I can
What's that?
hear you.
We can't hear you.
He's fucking with people.
Yeah, we can't hear you. What do you say?
Oh, goodness. I'm on my phone. I'm in a car, so I was seeing if the Discord worked through the phone.
Yes, it works fine.
Sweet.
Somebody joined... what was that? That was Mada. know what we're looking for.
Yeah, Mata, you're not important, I'm sorry.
Oh, good lord. They've got 5 minutes. Otherwise, that other team gets a win. You know, I was really looking forward to this match, too.
Who's supposed to be playing first?
Well, it is supposed to be Vazri and CD Ramen versus Anachronity and Drizzo. But, CD Ramen said, hey, I'd like to have an earlier time slot, right, if available. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally doable. As a matter of fact, not only did they want an earlier time slot, but so did Anachronity and Drizzo. So I'm like, you two will just face off against each other. The rest of the matches are randomly drawn, and the only reason why I made an exception for those two was because they actually have time slot problems. So, you know, it worked out that way. But then immediately after asking for that, it seems that CD Ramen and Vazri are no-shows. So, I mean, you know, I allowed for the time slot. They're the ones who have to bring their bodies here.
Makes sense.
So what you plan now? Try to go for the second match?
Well, they've got 3 more minutes to get here. Otherwise, they get a win.
Need mess up with the app.
If you'd like to know your time slot, I can tell you. Barrow, you and Harpua are going against Mata and the first G at 2 p.m.
Will the time be changed if we're down a battle match?
Maybe.
Since Period is not here.
But I'm not going... Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to... I'm giving CD Ramen and Vazri a time to be here, and if they're not here on time, then they're going to get penalized. But if that changes everyone else's time slots, I'm not going to penalize them for not being here, you know, for that, like, just for a spur-of-the-moment thing. They still have to be here on their time. If they're here earlier, we can knock it out, right? No problem. Again, it's like, you know what happened yesterday with the first team? That one of the players of the first team just decided to rage quit, and I'm not going to name drop. Y'all can figure out whatever the fuck you want. But they decided they weren't going to play anymore that evening, so the rest of the schedule got fucked up. And then I had to improvise and try and get further matches going and make sure that everybody was all caught up and, you know, everything was good. So shit got hectic yesterday because someone decided to leave when it was their time to, you know, when they were the one up to bat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to have a repeat of that. If they're not here, fuck it, we're going on. And I'm going on my schedule, not theirs.
Good.
Vazri still isn't online, and the other guy was called what again? G.I. Joe.
It's CD Ramen, but
I'm looking at Discord, but
yeah, it's G.I. Joe guy or whatever on Discord. His in-game name is CD Ramen.
So if they're not on, are there any other teams fully available to play the match set?
Our opponent is here too, I think. Batman and...
Yeah, you guys are all fine and dandy. If you know what, I'm calling it. It's 105.
Yep.
At Anachronity and at Drizzo, you win the first match by no contest.
Free win!
Oh, please.
Alright. The next match in order would be Badman and Clintano and Zion Condor. If you guys want to, you can expedite this process and we can get straight into you. It's up to you.
If the other team's ready.
Yeah.
They're already leaving chat. Go.
I don't know where.
No, who left chat, Tom?
Yeah, we gotta shit talk each other. Yeah!
Yes, you gotta spend half an hour
Psychological
shit talking
warfare.
one another.
Yeah, 30 minutes of shit talking. Well, Badman's here.
Yeah. I don't know who his teammate is. On Discord.
Yeah, who's the teammate on Discord?
Oh,
you said
no, let's get everybody into
AWES.
this match then.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna kick you out here, Anachronity. Add player, Batman. Add player, Eisenberg. Add player, Zai. Add player, Condor.
Let's get ready.
Get into your lobbies. Okay, they're in. Wow, they're already in their lobbies. Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh.
Everybody ready?
No, Clintano dropped out of the lobby.
What the fuck? Get him back in here.
Alright. This seems good.
Alright. Let's go!
Double Terran versus Protoss Zerg.
Oh, and for those of you who wanted the vlogs, I'll end up posting the vlogs after I clean all of it up. There was a lot of hectic stuff going on yesterday. Don't worry.
Technical issues.
And also technical issues. I'll be splicing all of that content together and uploading it to YouTube.
And Morridan, the decks are all set in stone still, right?
Yeah, everybody's decks are still set in stone.
Yep. Now, everybody please mute.
Please mute. All right. So it's Mobius Control Terran, Buried Combo Terran versus 3-Pillar Zerg, which is Banelings, Swarmlings, and the Infested, and Condor running the Viridescent Amon 2-Pillar Protoss. What do you make of this match?
Honestly, I don't know. We've seen. I think we've. No, wait.
We've not seen this yet.
Russian team lost every single match against these guys before. I don't know. It's hard to. Connor, you're still showing illegal goods. It's hard to say anything about Xai and Condor, but just because their decks are, they don't have one objective. Both of them have at least two, and I believe Xai, is it? Yes, Xai has 3. Yes, I think so.
Nope, not in quarterfinals. Nope.
Nope. So.
So, the opening hand out of Clintano is Science Vessels Thor and Kerrigan Assassin. Tarsonis Battalion will come in later on. I'm guessing he's probably going to use that as some sort of fuel for his Reign of Rebel.
Nobody played anything. That was a very slow turn 1. What do we have? Nothing from Batman. Kerrigan Assassin early on. Ooh, the Haka got thrown out.
Well, that's the trouble with running the Haka. You either end up getting to play him on curve, or you never end up getting to play him at all. Movie Scientist being picked up for the left side. Amon in hand. A definite thing to work towards early on.
But they prefer going for the Science Vessel, which is probably the safer choice in this situation.
Well, it does end up giving you a lot of targeted removal as well. Well, it's RNG based, but it can happen.
Who's talking?
He finally muted himself.
Meanwhile, Xai is fine just setting up his base, same as Condor. Setting a base, getting the Stalkers in hand.
Oh my god, they fucking PM me after we get into the match. They're like, oh hey, we're ready. Motherfucker.
We can take the next one. We can put them in the next schedule.
You know what? I will leave that up to their opponents. So the Seeker missiles, double underground base, they're gonna be really tanky early on.
Yes, I am expecting to play that, but their gas only allows them to play 1 now. They also have double refinery in hand. They might have a good enough start. Because like we saw yesterday, their decks tend to be a bit... they tend to run out if they don't get the required... the required tools to break through. But with this setup, everything seems pretty good.
I'm not quite sure that Condor is going to be able to do much with this hand. It requires either a heck of a lot of setup or just playing it out as tempo, which is kind of disgusting. I wouldn't regularly wish that.
No, indeed. He's waiting for his... he has Void Rift, doesn't he?
He does run a Void Rift, yes. It's Viridescent Amon. He definitely needs the Void Rift.
Which also reminds me, yesterday he played 2 Amons, neither of which were from his deck. The reason
was his own.
Yes, the reason the first one was discounted was because it was discounted in the Terran deck. So there is his Void Rift. That's what he wanted.
Going for a very big push here on the left side. Double
Tarsonis Battalion. Double Tarsonis Battalion coming out. That's gonna be a nasty turn.
These 20 units, just from having the 2 Goliaths, give you a lot of pushing power against heavily armored units, especially things that normally your Marines cannot deal with, such as the inclusion of heroic Hydralisks from the right side.
Yes, however, the left side is already pushing hard with a Thor, a heroic Ghost, and a lot of caster support.
Well, with the Assassin running out of energy, she is now vulnerable.
Yeah, Condor is realizing the situation they are in and spending all the Viridescent. 4 Archons and 8 Stalkers.
This is what I would be afraid of. He's now going to be basically top decking against an army that's now on its way.
However, Xai does have a Thorask to follow up, so they might be fine. Thorask will probably clear through most of the Marines.
Xai is really going to have to pull
however,
through here
is a
with
bigger
all of this
problem.
production. Can these spawns hold out long enough for, well, for Condor to get back into the game?
Condor has a hybrid destroyer, so he will be able to deal some damage to the defensive line, if not the economy. But
there are even more units coming out. Mobius and Forces joining the ranks, and those stuns can be brutal.
yeah, they can be. Ooh, preemptive behemoth cannons to take care of one Archon and one Thorask. That's
The Thorask is definitely worth it.
And one more went for 2 buildings? Although, it seems like the Stalkers were enough.
Well, that just leaves Condor with Templar Archives and Energy Crystals. Meanwhile, on the left side, we've got Seeker Missiles to take care of a lot of the units that are coming out.
Infestation but they do have an infestation. Yes. That could save them a bit, because... I mean, 4 Zerglings and Hydralisk doesn't sound like much, but... There's... what is it? The worth of that is around 2 minerals and 1 gas, which is... enough to make a swing, at least.
Oh, these Seeker Missiles are going to get tons of value.
Not as bad as I thought. Most of them hit the Zerglings and didn't even kill it.
Now, the left side has to choose Wow, they're hitting ending turn.
Infestation.
Also, Infestation, getting rid of that early, probably going to save them in the long haul, yes.
I mean, with the amount of medics they have to back up those Marines, they are probably a lot tougher than we're expecting them to be.
Oh, definitely. These destroyers, they're going to get sent packing as soon as they walk into that defensive line. The Archives
another bunker also coming up.
Oh, and these Banelings are going to rain hell on their defensive line. Now he could go for... Wow, he's going for a science vessel. He'll probably end up changing his mind. Stimpack with conscripted Marines or Tarsonis Battalion might actually be more beneficial here. But with the 4 gas, he's going for both. Science vessels and Mobius enforcers.
Yeah, I would have gone maybe with the Stimpack, just because most of the stuff he has on the field is bio.
And an underground bunker. He's foregoing the nuke and the Thor. He thinks he's going to get a good counter push going.
Our allies are being attacked.
But the biggest problem is probably that he would have lost his refinery, and thus, yeah, he went down below what he needs to play aim on, so he wants to play aim on while he could.
Get all the getting's good.
Also, that's a very good card. 2 Spectres, 2 Ghosts, and 6 Marines from a Void Army.
The Stimpack being used here on the left, they're trying desperately to claw back into the game.
Ooh, with a Tarsonis Battalion and conscripted Marines, that's 18 Marines. Defiler Research. Yeah, no, that could definitely push back with Amon's backing it up.
But look at all these Swarmlings that are coming out of right side. Swarmlings, despite what people think...
Yeah, there it goes.
Swarmlings, despite what people think, are actually really, really good at taking care of really big units. They just overwhelm them, and each individual melee attack isn't as likely to get neutralized with all of the high armor that big units have.
Condor has an aim on
the projectiles.
Honestly, if I would Batman, but he doesn't have the channel for the Mobius hybrid. Yeah, then I do understand that.
Oh, and Amon coming out of right side. It's going to be an epic kaiju battle in the middle with a ton of little Zerglings.
I mean, now him Condor being low on cards actually works in his advantage. What did he get? What is the highest roll? Ooh, there's some pretty bad rolls in here. Just the 4 Zerglings. Still, the Void Army, the 3-4 is probably better than what Batman got. Batman had the double Spectre, double Ghost Force.
Not a lot of options for left side. Egon Stetman to try and refill some of the hands. Also, Void Armies, potentially.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
There is
not enough.
They really got screwed over with some of their Void Armies. There's a lot of gas heavy stuff and a refinery in hand, but he needs these Goliaths.
Yeah, the Goliaths are definitely the best choice here.
Amon might not be enough to save their base.
Yep.
Amon and their base is going down. Well,
Seeker missiles.
This
it can make a difference. It can make a difference.
Fast enough?
I mean, they have a cloaked airstrike, so it could be good.
All that really matters is that last health point.
Interesting. Zai is just throwing out an aberration just to put pressure on. No bonus
Well, he
health.
also has the ominous egg for the hybrid behemoth.
No, that's it.
Nope. GG. Let's get into the next match.
Alright.
The next game.
In the meantime, try and contact Anacrosity and Drizo regarding their match. Whether they want a free win or whether they want to play.
Well, we'll decide whether or not that match is going to be happening after this one. Make ref. Make ref.
Thank you. I'll be back in a second.
Alright, everybody ready?
Right, get this thing going. Hello, Morridan?
Yep. You good to go?
Yeah.
Alrighty. We will be having the previous match after this one. That's a weird sentence to have to say, but... That is also 1 win for Condor, and 0 for the previous team.
What? Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Next time we make them come up with team names instead of switching between the two of them.
Condor and Zai getting rid of a replicate, and wow, a full
Zai getting rid of everything. I kind of agree with that. Scourges, whatever they all were, none of them were good starting cards.
That is a really slow hand over here for Zai. Hopefully Condor can make up for that. Assimilators and gateways.
Overseer's in the bad car. Ooh, I would have gone for the Overseer first though, just to get that draw out of the way.
it's kind of showing itself that these mid-range decks don't really have a lot of units to put out in the earliest games. Yeah, in the early turns.
I'm still a bit confused about the usage of Rainer Rebel in the deck that Badman uses. I haven't seen much use out of them, but
he has limited use of Confederate cards, and the ones that he does have are usually there to try and make up for like Tarsonis Battalion or something. It's a good card on its own, and it's Confederate, so I suppose he's just using it as an alternative win condition.
I think mostly he's using it as a backup to get rid of riot cards. Because he does play conscripted marines. So that's a source of riot cards. Rainer Rebel.
Go. First day Haka on curve and top decked by Zai. It's going to help him out quite a lot. And Simulator also coming out for Condor. I suspect that with the Viridescent Stalkers and the Archons in hand, he's going to be trying to build as much gas as possible early.
You know what the most surprising thing is here? The lack of metabolic boost in all the playlists. Nobody's using metabolic boost anywhere as a third player. Which is surprising.
It is really surprising. A metabolic boost gives you such a huge advantage DPS-wise. And just the ability for your Zerglings to get in, Hydralisks to be able to fire, it's...
Ultralisks to slaughter, everything.
Well, we're also not the ones playing, so... as much as, you know... as much as we might question some of these players, again, they're the ones competing, so...
Yeah.
It's also important that, even though that is the case, scrutiny in the audience can definitely continue.
Yeah.
This Thor is going to have an epic kaiju battle and win overwhelmingly.
Yeah, that was a bad call. Now, if he had a metabolic boost though.
Of course.
Steven's kind of a sucker for evolution cards. If, well, anybody that played my evolution deck should know.
Historically, yes, you are known as playing evolutions with a sort of, I don't know, it's not necessarily
mid-range aggro.
Combo.
It's the best thing I can put it as.
These rolling hunters are going to come in and clear out a lot of these this bunker from Badman. Oh, it actually takes 2 of those shots from a Thor to kill these rolling banelings.
They managed to kill practically all the medics. That was kind of surprising. What do we have? A strike team coming out for Badman. Clintano deciding not to play anything. No, Tarsonis, yeah.
Oh, with Viridescent Archons at 6, Condor has been pumping in non-stop gas into this.
Yeah, Viridescent Stalkers coming out.
Ramp with the simulators and Void Rift. Just
yeah, no, that was
of
probably
gas
the right choice. I was thinking whether it was the better decision to go for the Archons or the
the early stone ended up hurting them. And here come the Archons.
Oh, a bigger wave because he has an assimilator. Yes, I see.
Zergling Swarm setting up for Swarmlings. See on the right side, underground base coming out with Mobius enforcers.
Quintano's having Jim Raynor enter the field as well to start reducing his cost, probably of his Odin and Mobius. Ooh,
Alright, these supplicants are really tanky. They can take a lot of hits and a lot of punishment before they go down.
They're one of the they're probably the cheapest unit you can get that survives a snipe. Like Mutalisks don't do that, Roaches don't do that. Heroic Roaches do, but that's only because they have that massive
and
health.
Neither do Hydralisks.
Nope. They have a massive health pool, as you say. Well.
So, despite not having a cybernetics core, the Zealot veterans are coming out. Now, will he plan on top-decking a recall suits or perhaps cybernetics core to go with this? I suppose that might be the dream.
Mostly just to back up the Archons. Like, I was thinking about maybe it would have been better to first do the Archons into Verdescent Stalkers.
Oh, no, these Archons win handily.
Yeah, hands down. I mean, currently they're hitting the mechanical, so maybe the speed at which they go through stuff is gonna go down, but they are Archons. They hit hard on bio.
Archons being one of the... Well, prior to this expansion, they were also one of the best units to run as Protoss. A lot of people were saying the gas viridescent decks were gimmicks. I actually tend to think the opposite. I think that these units being included into Protoss really gave them a solid foundation in which to build an aggro deck off of.
That was a pretty bad Mobius, though. Chrono Boost.
Oh, the void shades and the energy crystal.
Slay these heretics in Amon's name.
The only thing coming out of right side is big units and support units. Again, they might have this weak, crippling weakness that if they don't get their Stetman early, they might just fall apart. If history is to repeat itself.
To be honest, a lot of what they're putting out is flying, so and there is nothing to stop them. There is no anti-air anywhere. Ooh, Tarsona Security has been thrown together with Strike Team. That might be the downfall, because that is probably the only anti-air that is in either hand of the left side.
Well, they're choosing to try and clear with behemoth cannons. I'm not necessarily in agreement that that would be the best choice. I believe getting refinery science vessels up and hoping to get some reductions with these Mobius scientists, they have to be able to get out these Amons and hybrids to use against the left team.
Secret hangar, though. There it is. Beautiful, well, beautiful card.
That requires one turn of setup, and that one turn of setup.
They have it. The only thing there is a Taurus that's about to die and a hybrid destroyer that's about to die. They can safely set up if they want to.
A ton of units.
Instead, they decide to keep going for the structure removal. There it goes. Oh, that is a bad one. Went for the crystal instead of the arc.
I think they may have missed their window of opportunity here to set up these secret hangars.
It's in Amon's name.
And now with a cybernetics core in hand, they can prep Amon's Chosen with recall suits, or just straight up go for the cybernetics core chrono boost.
Yeah. Or, in worst case scenario, both. Or best case, depending on which side you're rooting for. What else do we have? Some tours. Oh, more underground bases are entering the hand.
There was a lot of units they just lost, but there's a lot of banelings coming in.
Okay, they also have quite a few big units to absorb that.
Yep, Thors eat those for breakfast. Recall suits coming.
Mobius Hybrid is doing it even better.
Condor's push here is going to be massive. And, since they can afford to, they're playing Overmind. Getting out an Overmind early is probably one of the most crushing late game sort of victory win conditions that you can have, because those doubled spawns will overwhelm, especially if they're Ultralisks. The pushing power you get out of Ultralisk or Broodlord spawns is insane.
Yeah, eventually the Banelings didn't do much, but that's two Mobius hybrids, a Hyperion and a Thor on the field with more Goths than I dare to imagine.
Might actually be seeing a comeback with these huge giant mech units.
Yeah, definitely a big Terran kind of style. Meantime, Praetor, Phoenix and Cybernetics core coming out for the Condor, while Zai is pushing his double Broodlord spawn. Infestors, Creepy Queens and a few Corruptors and Mutalisks. He's definitely trying, but does he have what it takes?
The left side knows that they've been using all of these behemoth cannons. They could just freely set up the Cybernetics core and go full Gateway Assimilator.
More Mobius hybrids incoming. This is starting to look like a sure deal.
How the tides have turned for left side. They really need to be able to work together and send big pushes like the right side has been doing this game.
If only they had a Vortex. Though I don't think we have any Vortex in the game at all.
Well, remember, Mada's still in this tournament. Mada does have a heavily tech Conclave deck with Vortex.
Ooh, Phoenix is already dead. Yeah, this is not looking nice. This is looking really badly. They have Behemoth cannons. I probably switched Behemoth cannons into...
And Zai has yet to use his explosive mutagen.
I don't think he needs to at this point. Most of the Zergling cards have been played. And I think he's aware of that.
Baneling bombs. Prepping Baneling bombs instead of just using more Zerglings. Not necessarily sure that's the right way to go. Because right side's forces are only growing. Now the real question is, does Condor actually run Psystorms? I haven't seen any of them out of him.
No.
Nor Psyorbs.
No, he doesn't. There's somebody who runs Gathering Storm, but I don't think there's anybody who runs Psystorm. Oh, but look at this. There's a Raider behind it with at least 2 cards that he discarded.
Yep.
So around 40-ish Marines.
I think this is going to spell defeat for left side.
Depends on what those Banelings do.
Pass overhead without
all
harm.
they do is slow down the next wave. Ooh. Although that was a nice kill.
Still holding on to this aberration.
Yeah, cloaked airstrike incoming, but there's detection all over. They are.
Drawing into the second
dying.
Void Rift, how unfortunate.
And they're just preemptively doing a Behemoth cannon to get rid of the 2 toughest enemy units on the right side. So...
Yep, I believe this might be it. That is a GG, well played. 1-1. Going into the third game, folks.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts about that last round?
I'll be honest, I didn't think Batman and Clintana could do it without their Stedman, but slowly getting the big stuff on the field did help. Also, Mobius after Mobius after Mobius just clearing the field and coming on into play.
I also suspect that not being able to get out that early mutagen might have hurt Zai and Condor's prospects of victory. They need to be able to clear through, and the only clears that that Zerg really has is those Banelings.
Oh yeah, Zerg has like what 2? I once checked it. They have three direct. They have three direct removals. All the rest is indirect removal through suicide units, which is very interesting. But god damn it, I'd love just a fungal card to just weaken some Marines at some point. There's a distinct lack of stuff.
We're currently waiting on Eisenberg. There we go. Once he's in, we'll start this up.
Yep, yeah, too many mobiles indeed.
Alright, everybody looks to be stable. Let's go.
But yeah, too many mobiles indeed. Never underestimate the power of science. That's why. Testing, and I'm back.
Imagine the sort of pressure that's now on
Zai and Condor after doing 2 away. Furious Archons chosen and Cybercore. Keeping the hydrogen. Yeah. I throw the behemoth cannons if I was Batman, but they decided to keep them, which is very interesting. To be honest, they've been having a lot of luck with keeping their removal and just playing it, keeping the opponent low. Ooh, that is...
Well, when you're a mid-range deck, you might have to rely on some control options to stay in the game.
Condor has a very interesting hand of some sort.
Void Shades and Chrono Boost.
Yeah, he's not gonna use the Chrono Boost because he just didn't. He's waiting for his Templar Archive. In the meantime, I'm expecting a Hydrogen next turn, while...
Those conscripted Marines are definitely going to come out next turn.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. There they come. And I'm expecting him to build towards the Raven. Yeah.
Oh, Ravens, yep. With an early gateway coming out for Condor, these Zealots are going to be a constant, constant pushing power that I think these Marines will have to deal with.
Yeah, a gateway and a Hydra from Zai, which Hydras with Zealots as a front wall, that will deal some damage. Hydras, of course, being nerfed the latest patch, but their damage went down by, if I remember correctly, not 0.02% or something like that. Their speed got reduced a bit. Oof.
Oh, double rolling hunters. We might have an early victory if they build into this, and there's no defensive structures coming. Well, the refinery will soak up some of these, but if they can't defend this, that Keystone might be going down.
And he's keeping the Hydra spawn because I think he knows he's just gonna play a big wave of Hydras together with that last wave of rolling hunters. While, what is Mr. Condor doing?
He's holding off on cards, I think. He thinks that his gateway will be enough.
I would have at least... Oh, there's a Void Rift, but I would have at least gone for the Void Shades last turn. Instead he decided to go up into minerals. Was that a mistake?
That.
Yeah. 2 Hydras, a rolling hunter, he decided to play the Hydras because he needs them right now. Meanwhile, the other team
should be able to take care of a lot of these Marines.
From the looks of it, the other team's doing a double Raven play this turn, which means there will be 6 Ravens on the field, which is...
Oh man, that is
probably gonna step practically everything.
That is a lot of Tarsonis turrets that are coming out.
Just not Tarsonis turrets, but still, that absorbed a lot more. Oh god, he stole Rainer Rebel. Yeah, he stole Rainer Rebel, not the.
That's gonna be non-existent.
Oh well, he still has a second Void Rift. You never know. Void Rift, Void Shades.
What a turn of events it would be for Rainer Rebel to actually be used against the Terran to greater effect than the Terran himself who's playing it.
I mean, what would be the best cards to pull? Conscripted Marines is probably the best card you could pull. It's the only thing that generates riot cards in the deck.
Let's see how effective these rolling hunters are.
From the looks of it, effective enough.
Oh, the Scourge Cloud will actually take care of a lot of these ravens.
And some frenzied zerglings to follow it up with no immediate. No, he's they were going for the Tarsonus battalion, but instead decided to go for the Cyclone detachment, which is definitely the right choice in my opinion.
Now,
again,
ooh, half health on that Keystone after shields.
Yeah. Yeah, Cyclones, they're not good anymore. It doesn't mean they're bad.
Well, here comes the non-stop refinery. Oh, he's going for Jim Raynor instead. Interesting choice.
Oh, he's rushing Tarsonus battalion, Clintano.
Cybercore coming out here for Condor, setting up for that second gateway. Maybe that behemoth cannons will actually get its use.
Just think of it. Cybercore Rhino Rebel.
Well, if you could pull that off, it would be miraculous to say the least.
Well, we see me pull off 2 different miraculous things yesterday, so...
Also, for those of you without context, Condor was the player who played Void Shades and got 2 of the enemy's Amons and have played them. And he had his own to spare.
While, in the previous game, also having 3 copies of Stedman on the field as a Protoss.
He has been lucky all, well, all tournament, really.
In the let's do this bit over the top just because we can. The entire history of Keystone tournaments, he has been a miraculous player. Didn't come out quite as well, like, ooh, there come. Ooh. Yeah,
well,
they definitely like it.
Being built now.
The right team definitely likes clearing the field clean of buildings. I think that is what their behemoth buildings are their behemoth cannons is probably best spent doing.
They have the Hyperions to spare as well, yes. I agree. Conscripted Marines for 0 and will he...
Yeah. And a 0 mineral Odin.
Wow, they actually are able to afford...
There's a big push coming from the right side.
Hold on. 0-5, they have... They were building refineries?
No.
And
they decided to build the refinery anyway because they didn't have...
No, they had the when selected effect for the refineries is what helped them make that big play. Just to clarify for those who might have also been confused.
Seeker missile. Oh, they decided to go for the... No, Batman has a refinery up. I would have gone for the additional gas to get double the refinery research, but he went for minerals instead, which he can't actually spend.
He's just playing out Reign of Rebel to try and clear his hand. I don't know whether or not I agree with that, but hey, it's
we talk about
all those banelings. They have to defend super hard here. These aren't.
Condor has a Dominator, and there's not enough units.
This could be huge.
This is huge.
Will he get the Odin?
He's stealing the Odin, the science vessels, and the Thor.
Do they have anything? They have Ravens coming out, and
I don't know which
scientists won't count.
Even so, they don't reach.
They're gonna get that Odin.
Then.
And yoink.
Everything's gone.
There it is.
Base.
That
was massive.
Is it enough though?
And that Odin is fully healed when it teleported.
Interesting.
And so is the Thor.
The Thor was a new summon, so that's normal.
Right, but that teleportation. That might
They have
we
to
might found a
Hyperion
bug,
their
but either
own
way,
Odin. That must feel bad.
That feels bad,
Especially
man.
since Zyme, since Condor will be the one to get the Taurs.
Yeah. And still,
Also-
sitting on that Amon, he can play it at any point in time. Really.
Yeah, but they are also doing a behemoth camp to get rid of the Tor and the Dominator.
Our warriors are under attack.
Yeah, but their
Something
base
went
is
wrong
going
there.
down. That's it.
So, yeah,
GG's.
that was Dominator Ether. Oof, it's a rough guard.
All right, I'm gonna pass you lead. Set up the lobby. I will be right back.
Yeah, I will. I will have to put in the battle tag then. Well. You joining at least, otherwise I'm not doing anything. Oof, very, very close. Alright. Make referee. Next people are... Hello? Is Morridan back yet? No, he's not. Next team setup was Drizzo, Anachronity, CD Ramen, and Vazarin. I can invite a few of those. Hello? Oh. Ancriano. Where's the other team?
Sorry.
Hello. Where is...
So looks like Drizzo isn't here yet. He said he's going
What?
to be here though.
No.
Right, Anchronity is entering. I'm still waiting for the other two.
That's funny.
Yeah, there we go. CD Ramen.
Okay, let's get them into the match. CD Ramen and their buddy Vazri. He will have to invite him.
Alright.
Because I don't have him added, even though I told everybody to add me.
I'm still waiting for Anachronity and Vazrin. There we go. Gravity? Is that correct?
I guess. Anyway. One ready?
Alright. Is that the correct races?
Vazri is a Terran. CD Ramen is Terran.
Yeah, Vazri is a... Ah, yeah.
Mike and Pat, it doesn't matter who has lead really, as long as you get it set up.
Alright, starting game.
Yep. Hello,
Oh, wait.
let's go. His buddy can get on Discord or they can talk however they want to. That's on them. Or they can just do regular chat.
There is quite a disadvantage with that.
Well, they've got for the loading screen to be able to join. It's not
Yep.
too much.
Should be good enough.
Also, for those of you just tuning in, there was 3 weeks in which I was offering my aid in helping people out, in trying to, get their teamwork, teamwork together and all that sort of stuff. In future events, I will not be doing that. It will be up to you to make sure that you and your partner have all of your all of your stuff. Anyway,
Oh, this is already a very interesting Terran deck with Core Hall Destruction.
Core halls, you say? Ooh, a defensive matrix. We might be seeing an aggressive Terran.
Or a very defensive one from the looks of it. I...
Better send some body bags.
Yeah, that's... Indeed,
So-
that's what I would do. Jinari. Jinari? Why is nobody in here to write names?
So, CD Ramen and Vazri both using a sort of Mobius construction Terran. Their opponents... Let's see here. Anachronity. There we go. And
Anachronity.
Drizzo.
Ah, he's the player that uses Gathering Storm.
Ah, yes. Good, good, good. He also uses
He's
Blinking
the-
Stalkers. Wow, he's going into an aggressive Protoss.
Yes,
This is an
also
interesting
hybrid
match.
like his hand currently merging Archons, hybrid destroys, hybrid dominators. Oof. Getting that on curve would make a huge swing. Alright. Not much happening so far. Widow Mines for Drizzo probably at some point.
I suspect with the recent change to Gathering Storm, merging Archons can actually be a crazy good push should he actually use Void Rift. Let's see. Does he actually... He does. He does use Void Rift. Anachronity does.
Yeah, I kind of expected him to, seeing how he has a hybrid destroyer and a hybrid dominator in his hand.
Wow, tough
Rely-
luck. Second defensive matrix being picked up by... good lord.
Oh.
The in-game name is different.
Oh, interesting. They decide to EMP there. That's a very interesting bit of AI, in my opinion. It is, however, they are badly in need of more of an answer, and they
Supply
they're
depot?
deciding to supply drop in
well,
order
that'll
to
set
find
them
it.
to 7.
Oh, they do have an underground basis available, so there's a bit of reconstruction going on here.
No problem. These medics are doing basically nothing but stalling, which is typically what they end up doing anyway.
Yeah. They're very cheaply costed, but I would practically never play them on curve. Like, they're something I would honestly throw away.
Alright, Tarsonis
Mostly because I
Battalion.
wouldn't play them in aim on decks.
Tarsonis Battalion is going to really help these guys out here. Being able to put out the defensive
what?
matrix Tarsonis.
What was this? Gravity, whoever this is Vazrin, decided to go for an additional gas instead of getting the minerals for the Cyclone detachment, which I think was not the right option.
Building a starport, getting that early, well, what do...
Although there's not a lot of DPS on the field, of course.
Yeah, they're not in any particular, panic. But what exactly does this starport do for them? Because it's... What sort of
Nothing
air
yet.
control are they going to want to win here?
You need that. Oh, he decided to delay the Cyclone detachment to come in at the same time as the other guy's Tarsonis battalion.
I see.
While the other side has Widow Mines and underground bases going up.
So they're
together
saving
with
their
Gathering
defensive matrix
Storm.
for just that then. For a later push.
Ooh.
Size the gathering storms being played. Yep.
But not enough to clear the wave. Enough to weaken it severely. Oh, but that will probably spell their doom. Yeah, I'm seeing that. That is an heroic immortal.
Well, Heroic Immortal is tanky, but will the Heroic Immortal be able to put up a fight against Goliaths with defensive matrix? I suspect.
Well,
the
if I
answer to that is
remember
no.
correctly, it two-shots them, so probably.
With defensive
Also, no
matrix?
defensive,
Absolutely
no
not.
defensive matrix being played. Maybe, yeah, there it goes. Oh, interesting. He's even playing Tech Lab. Oh, he's playing
that
Tech
defensive matrix
Lab.
ended up doing nothing. Yes.
You need the rush currently. I would not go for anything that doesn't have rush. So go for the
heroic-
Reaper Gang.
The Vanguard
At,
is really wounded. So good for them. The Archons are coming in to replace it.
Oh yeah,
Using
they
that
are
second
just
defensive matrix.
playing all the. They are playing the medics. They are playing the defensive matrices. They are playing a Reaper Gang. They are trying to stall. In the meantime, the other side is just setting up underground bases. All those barracks are from underground bases, and they haven't been destroyed yet.
With the recent changes to merging Archons, it is getting a heck of a lot more value out of the Gathering Storm. Gathering Storm, how it used to proc, was that every one of those Templars would use their Psionic Storm. But if they were merging, they would forego that, and you would not get that extra Psi Storms out of them. Now, with the recent changes, they do, and then they prioritize that above everything else.
Yeah, and Mobius Hybrid is going to come out and probably clear quite a bit of... Yeah, there they go. That is... less than I expected.
These Archons are still pushing away. These Cyclones that are joining them are also going to be a nuisance, but they're not in any...
Second Mobius
any
Hybrid
grind
though.
yet.
We've seen just two matches ago how much a Mobius Hybrid does, and two of them...
Back to back.
Yeah, with their clear even.
Plus, they're just really, really good units.
Yeah, in the
Think of how crazy it would be if they were
both
actually
of these
heroic.
players seem to be playing Supply Drop, and honestly I like them for that because it's a really good card. It's probably one of the better draw cards in game. Like Pot of Greed almost.
What does it do?
It draws
Okay.
2 cards.
Hopefully the viewers got some of those references. I do agree with the Goliath Company coming out here. Goliath Company
Yeah,
challenges...
and a cloaked airstrike with defensive matrix. Oh, defensive matrix on the. Yeah, defensive matrix on the.
Airstrike.
On the Mobius.
Oh,
No?
that's going to be huge.
No, he's deciding to instead strike cannon. Maybe. He has 1 second to decide. He decided not to do either.
Oh, but they just got dominated.
Dominated? No. No, they did not. They...
These,
Poker
not
bikes,
Ravens.
Marines?
Yeah, the bikes, they got dominated. Also, just to clarify something, Dominators can only dominate things that you can see. So anything that is cloaked, it will not dominate.
Yeah, the Hyperion is coming out to get near the Mobius, and that might be it.
Our allies are being attacked.
The Seeker missile is coming out from
Seeker missiles
Gennari,
can clear a lot of stuff.
The defensive matrix last turn would probably have made a difference. Like, currently... I mean, they don't have any detection, so it's a DPS race, but I don't think they can win that one.
Well, Goliaths are very tanky.
Well, they do have interference matrix. So that would get rid of a Hyperion, a Dominator, and a Destroyer for 1 turn. Yes, it would.
Is it worth playing interference matrix in this sort of meta? I'm not so sure.
I don't know, it might be enough, just because it lowers the priority of those 2 hybrids, allows the Banshees to clear, but they decided not to. Instead they decided to strike cannon?
Could be questionable.
I mean, whatever they're doing, the Banshees seem to be doing work.
Those Banshees are their saving grace right now. They need behemoth cannons.
Yeah, there's one.
Insufficient thespian gas.
Yamato. By the
Seems like they're just drawing, grasping at straws here.
Yeah, they are. I would have gone with the Yamato cannon. Oh, except they already have the behemoth cannon.
They're not going to stack up their removal.
Yeah. But why the sign? Oh no, they are. No, they're not. They are. They are. They are because
Well,
it got
that's
rid
it.
of Arthur.
Let's get into the next match.
Alright. Again. Make referee. Make referee. Add players.
Who the frick did I just click? Okay, move him up there.
I invited everybody in, I think.
Add friend. There we go.
Alright.
Alrighty. Everybody good?
I assume so. Alright.
Let's go.
Here we go. And Sinar's
getting
once
rid of
more.
Gathering Storm.
Early on, I think it's more of a card you want to get in the late game when you don't have to play stuff instead of forcefully not playing stuff.
Well, in this sort of environment, not having to play stuff for the first 2 turns, then again, we haven't seen a lot of aggressive teams, but not having to play the first 2 turns does mean you have more chance of stacking up those...
it did give him Ardent Zealots into Blinking Stalkers, so I think he made it right.
And even if he doesn't go with that, he could go Ardent Zealots into Ire Gateway and then Blinking Stalkers, whatever else he gets to play afterwards.
Jinara has... The right team does seem to have a way better opening though. The Commander, a bit of medics, a bit more towards their what seems to be defensive mostly. Like they have a lot of reactionary spells in their deck. And they also have an early Badlands Garage on curve. Although not great with that reactor they have.
Well, there's not a lot of building destruction over here on the left side, so if they do end up going with that reactor play, they could get a lot of tempo out of that.
Ooh, yeah, the only removal they have on the left side, I think, is...
Seeker Missiles.
What?
Seeker Missiles and Yamato Cannon.
Yeah, but building removal, the only building removal they have is some destroyers, and those won't even hit the barracks once the reactors are down.
True.
Ire Gateway coming up next.
Does right side even have anything? Well, the Vulture Clan's coming out here. I suspect the Vulture Clan will end up losing straight up to these Zealots. Again, people underestimate the power of the Zealots.
They do bonus damage to light, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this change.
And with the medics to tank, that ended up going in their favor.
Ravens definitely seems like the right choice. Mobius Enforcer.
Next turn, Egon Stetman. Will he actually be able to empty out some of his hand so that he doesn't overdraw from that?
I mean, depends what he's keeping it for. You can't just keep it in hand until you need it. There's no reason to play it on curve. Honestly, I'd go for the Cyclone detachment in this situation. Yeah, if I was Trizzo, I'd definitely go for the Cyclone detachment.
Yep, that's what he's going for. Gathering Storm could potentially help these guys out here, but I think he's probably going to end up... No, he will use it. Merging Archons next turn as well to give them give them quite the pushing power. Next turn, Cloaked Airstrike for right side.
Ooh, I would just play the Sensor Tower. That was the worst possible use of Psystorms ever. It's just a massive medic party.
The defensive matrix.
Also, Jinari got pretty lucky with his science vessels and got double Hydralisk research.
He knew this looking him over, but no, he will end up going with the Cloaked Airstrike, as I suspected.
Yeah,
it's just
merging Archons, which makes perfect sense.
They don't really have any detection on field currently, and the Planetaries... Oh, he's blindly... So he's going Planetary Surveyor to get his Void Rift. Interesting. So he ended up making his deck with a lot of low-cost action cards and a lot of low-cost creatures for just having as much tempo in the early game as possible for his aim on later.
I think it's also because he saw the Cloaked Airstrike and they needed the detection.
Well,
it is that
it was coming out that turn. Cloaked Airstrike was coming out that very turn. He didn't know it was coming. He could have suspected it.
Ooh, first Mobius hybrid is hitting the field with energy, and there's not a lot that's gonna tank that ability. It's partially a blind counter. Yeah, it is partially a blind counter, but... Oof, that was a lot of explosions on both sides.
Yeah. Scorched earth. This tank is going to get some sort of value taking down this Archon. He only has about 200 shields left.
Yeah, but there's also a Zealot that is first taking the damage.
Is Mobius... He's thinking about building towards a Mobius hybrid. On the right
Stedman
side.
is coming onto the field for Trizo. Looking for answers, I assume. Oh, playing a Yamato against that thing. Yeah, there it goes.
So, the Void Rift, the second one in hand. I suspect he's going to ramp into the 7th gas and use his Replicate. Well, he probably has to do that very carefully.
I don't know. I'm looking at this and thinking that a Dominator might be a good choice here.
Yeah, that's... They need to be able to survive. Plus, the unit that it comes out with, it does put out Psystorms of its own. With all these biological units from the enemy Terran, it could get a lot of value.
Oh, but it doesn't seem like there's much play. Trizo seems to be playing the Secret Missile at the same time as he's stealing the meta units, and... No, that went out perfectly fine. They just stole a bunch of Marines and nothing got hit. Nothing got stolen. Barely got stolen. Ah, the siege tanks are coming from the tech lab, tech lab factory.
Will he do this in the right order, however? Void Rift first, Replicate second. And he's thinking about it. Immortal Phalanx would be good here.
Glory is eternal.
Yep, he's going with the Phalanx.
Yeah, it's a tough little card, and that's a lot of heroics. Some heroic Marines, a heroic Ghost.
It's actually quite the standard back and forth here. Neither team really getting a huge edge. Although that Dominator was instrumental in keeping them in this game. There was a ton of stuff on board.
Yeah, there was. And the right side doesn't seem to be doing anything? I don't see them playing anything. The sensor... I would at least put down the sensor tower. It's just clogging your hand at this point.
I mean, I suspect that he's waiting for some sort of, like, I don't know, Dark Templar push or something to use it. Although I would I would use it preemptively.
What is the delay on the stream currently?
The stream should be a few minutes.
Yeah, so no chance of anything, just waiting for the last possible moment. I guess they were just talking amongst one another what would be the best idea. So there is another cloaked airstrike coming out for the right side.
Plus I'm switching things around a lot in what I'm viewing. So they might just be looking at their own hand as well.
Yeah, I'm cycling quite quickly between them. There's the sensor tower together with the cloaked airstrike.
See, Cloaked Airstrike is such a powerful card. It is literally
unfortunately though, there is detection on the field.
Oh yeah, the observers?
Oh, but
they have detection of their own.
Yes, with the sensor tower, allowing them to take out any detection that gets too close for comfort.
Replicating a hybrid Dominator, interesting. They're not putting out a lot of units.
It's definitely worth it. They're good units.
And they have the energy to spare.
Yeah.
Left side is sitting on a bunch of cards. What exactly? And so is right side. It's almost like they're waiting for the opponent to just screw up or make a mistake. I think the one that's decisive will probably end up overwhelming the other. You have a hybrid or a Mobius hybrid that can come out to try and clear, but I say just build up, force them to make the mistakes. Ooh, 7 Viridescent Archons.
What is Vazarin doing? I like that we allowed them to play anyway. They are bringing a very interesting deck to the foreground. Although they seem to be lacking in units currently.
They're trying majorly just to do, I don't know, production work?
It can work, but they didn't have the setup. Draws were not in their favor. Ooh, Side Disruptor. I just feel bad seeing that card.
Oh, they just ended up with the Reconstruction and the extra... Hold on. They ended up overdrawing. They don't have a... Yeah, there it is. They ended up overdrawing because of Stetman. They need to start emptying out their hand fast. I think they're going for the major push now.
Oh, and they're doing the Behemoth clans are coming out to remove some buildings.
How will right side react to all of this? They have the name on, but they need to be able to use him.
They are not capable of doing that.
Oh man, they might need to use that Mobius hybrid, but they can't even do that. Oh, what an unfortunate series of events. Lemony Snickers would be proud.
What? I don't get that reference.
Lemony Snickets, series of unfortunate events. Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah. There's nothing they can do. They don't have the removal. They have a Mobius Enforcer, but no rush.
No, they're in a tough spot.
Oh, the Mobius Enforcer allows the Mobius Hybrid to be brought onto the field next turn, but is that enough?
No, they're gonna melt before then.
They're not, but they're gonna melt before the
Seeker missiles hit. Off. Yep. Oh, and the hybrid domination just to clap. Make sure that nothing comes out.
Yeah.
Alright, and that was a 2-0.
That was a very nice match. I'm sad I don't see more of that deck.
Yep.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Setting up the next one.
2-0.
Barrow the Blur and Harapura.
Let us go. And is Mata available? And is First G?
Yep, we should be.
Okay.
Well, he's online in StarCraft. I'm just going to ping him just in case.
Barrow the Blur and yeah, whoever your teammate is, get in. You will be required.
Alright, Barrow, you and V-Man. Let's go. Okay, we can give him 2 minutes. That's fine.
I mean, we are already 20 minutes behind schedule.
Really? 20 minutes?
We're ahead.
We are?
We should be. It's 2:30. We went through 3 matches.
It's 2:30, yes, but we're supposed to start Barrow the Blur and Harpua at 2. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
well,
fine.
I mean, we have next week. We don't have to do everything this week.
Yeah, we don't have to do everything this week.
True,
we can take it as we want.
Hey, how do we join, Morridan?
I'll invite you.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Holy crap, that was loud.
Yeah. I'm gonna go move to squad 1 now.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Barrow the Blur and V-Man 44 to squad 3, please.
Okay, let's set this up. I've got them on my friends list. Well, I at least have.
Alright, I'll set up the
lobby. I have one of them.
We should set up a shared hosting if that's possible in StarCraft. We just have 2 hosts to make this easier, but
Hey, what's how many matches are left for the quarterfinals?
So
2
we
more.
have this one and the next one.
Okay, got it. Cool.
And we'll be playing again.
I think we just do that and the half finals, and then keep the.
We'll
actually,
do
no,
that. We'll do that and try and get the semifinals down.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the finals will be next week on Saturday, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We might as well add in a.
What time on Saturday?
Same time.
So like
1 p.m. to 5 Eastern.
All right. So well, if it's just the one match, then won't that be 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I might be busy that Saturday after 1 o'clock or after 2 o'clock.
Yeah. We'll try and I'll try and make sure that everybody's schedule is as amicable as possible.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
So
if necessary,
I'm going to need. I'm going to need V-Man to give me or to add me. I don't mind. Go ahead and telling everybody. It is Morridan #11533.
Also, please, V-Man, move from chat.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Is that your Discord chat? Or, battle tag for?
Yeah. All I need is.
Or do you want to type it out so people can reference it in general chat? I guess.
#11533. Yep. Also, V-Man, you gotta join your buddy. Hey, Borrow. Can you add me? It is.
I just added you.
Okay, good.
I don't know. You should have a request pending. Hopefully. I did it based on your profile, Morridan 4649.
I mean, add me in StarCraft. Oh,
yeah,
there it is. There it is.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought I added you.
Yeah. Here we go. I only needed one of your team. That way you can invite the other.
Yeah, no problem. We're in a party right now, so we'll just come along for the ride.
Yep. There you go. All right. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay.
Do we have them in lobby or?
He is getting his buddy in the lobby.
I shouldn't try to pronounce things. I'm gonna insult people.
Harpua. Yeah.
Harpua.
It is not Los Harpua. It's Harpua.
Bardapur selected not to join. Why?
He's inviting him.
I thought I did join.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, it's this bug. Yeah, I think you got out of lobby too quickly. Well, you got out of lobby and then the invite got sent too quickly. We'll need to remake the lobby.
This is perfectly okay. We'll remake.
All right. Oh wait.
I just got one. Hold on.
Invite me back in then.
I'm just seeing whether he can join. Yeah. All right. We don't need Morridan for anything, do we? Come on, alright. There we go.
Use our imagination. Alright, let's go.
Alright. Is everybody out of chat?
Yep,
Just checking.
they're all out.
Yes, they are. Start the game. Let the best survive. What is it?
Now will Substandard come and see his brothers at work.
There.
Alrighty.
Wait. Borrow the Blur and Harapu are Thunder's brothers.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes,
interesting. They're supposed to be undefeated, aren't they?
No. They had been defeated in scrimmages before.
Ah.
It was the other the last team that is undefeated currently.
Let me just check that. We need the deck lists.
Also, Terrazines and well, basically just a bunch of Spectres for Borrow the Blur, and Harpua with the
Yes, but Borrow the Blur
the
thinks he
Void
loaded
Core.
with the wrong deck. Let me see.
Did he?
From the cards that I can see currently, it doesn't look like it. Purged Artillery. Yeah, that's correct. Purged Artillery is not supposed to be in that deck.
Alright, remake. It's alright. Sometimes you load the wrong deck.
Wait, he did just leave without changing it.
Yeah, he'll have to do that. Make edits. Make edits to your deck. Then join our lobby. After you have swapped to the deck you signed up with.
Yeah, Purged Artillery is indeed not in that deck.
Yep. Good thing we caught that early. Again, this is the reason why judges, referees, whatever, we have the deck lists to make sure that everybody's running this the sort of decks that they were supposed to have brought.
Or wanted to run.
Oh yeah, I wanted to run. Alright. Add player.
But yeah, like we said earlier today, no real aggro decks in here. Control a bit, a surprising amount of late game, and actually no build, well, one building deck.
There's a lot of
actually quite
mid-range, and it's not surprising either, because in 2v2, you get that perfect sweet spot scenario where you can defend early, have just enough to get to the mid-game, and then throw out all of your cards and get those big, huge pushes. Move them up. Move him up.
Ah, there we go.
Yep. We good now. Terran Protoss for him. Yep. And Protoss for Morridan G.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go.
Yeah. Completely unfair. Them being related to the creator of the deck gives them an unfair advantage in how this game works.
If that was the case, then I guess I don't know. Like maybe secretly I'm Bill's father then. I beat him 1v1. Does that mean I get like a family certificate? Like
no, I don't think so. You're just the exception that confirms the rule.
I see. I'm the only exception to the rule. I got it.
I could probably beat him in 1v1. Your deck is about the same as mine. We did a best of 5 once, and that got really close.
Alright, throwing back in Stasis Field for Harpua. Starport Seeker Vessels being thrown back in. Ooh, going really, saving the Recall Suits and Zealot Veterans. That is a great
Interesting that they're keeping their Energy Crystal for Mada. No, he's throwing it anyway. Ooh. Oh, that's
early end turn for them.
Let me just check Reaper. Yeah, good. There it is. Okay.
So other than Reaper Gang, he has a pretty slow hand.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Mada and being, oh, that.
Oh yeah.
Barraging this, disruptors into Carax.
If he can manage to pull that off without being gunned down by these Reapers.
Yeah.
Fear the Reaper Man.
The Reapers probably won't matter much because there's some DTs to clear them out.
Fear the Reaper Man.
They are playing, however, gathering warriors as well on Harapua's side.
I'm not necessarily sure that would be the better option, but going...
To be honest,
just putting it out there...
That was 5 zealots for 3 minerals. So he got a boost out of that already.
Mm-hmm. And these Reapers pecking down that base.
Yeah,
And
the Reapers
Zealot
are not going to
veterans.
matter much. There's...
He might have an excellent first 3 turns. Zealot veterans, Tal'Darim supplicants into recall suits.
I would probably have gone with the Tal'Darim supplicants first, and just to get that certain the Zealot veterans to get recalled, because the supplicants are the tank unit in this case.
Mm-hmm.
But there come the DTs, carrying the little Reapers, and oof. Interesting.
These
Kerosene
DTs
canister.
out
What is he running the canister for? The canister is just there for specters and gas, from the looks of it. There is nothing in his deck that actually requires it.
Interesting,
So it's a
he's going
tech
to go to
guard.
defenders instead. Now, we did say that no one was running an aggro deck. This Protoss
the aggro.
is essentially aggro.
Yeah, and take the gas.
He could be greedy and go Tal'Darim supplicants, or he could go with the recall suits. He's probably
He
going to go
needs to
recall
go with the
suits.
recall suits now, they're already in combat. God, he even lost 3 already? Is he doing it? No, he decided to go for the supplicants.
He went into Yast just to get supplicants. I probably would have went with the recall suits, to be honest.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Alright, looking on the right side, we have Amon and Tal'Darim supplicants with Gathering Warriors. Gathering Warriors hasn't been gathering much, although we do have a Psionic Orb, and with his partner over here, he has Forge and Warp Offensive. He has all of the tools, but maybe not.
Mada is
the power
stasis
to use
fielding
them.
and forging into Conclave?
Perhaps. Having Face Smith early in that Conclave deck might actually be ridiculously strong.
Oh, they managed to capture a cloaked airstrike in that stasis field.
Well, in that particular case, it might be a blessing having all of their units in one spot. Yeah, this Psionic Storm will be able to take care of all of these interceptors, but I don't think it's necessary at the moment to deal with that.
Yeah,
There's also the Spectre Cell coming out, and they have Ravens and Seeker missiles.
Seeker missiles decide not to be used. Oof.
Like I said, all of those interceptors getting blown up is going to really help reduce some of that DPS.
And I'm expecting a psionic orb to clear the field for the right side.
Oh yeah, Amon's chosen with recall suits is what's going to be the next plays coming out of Harpua.
Yeah, warp offensive.
That psionic
otherwise.
orb. What are they planning on getting out of psionic orb? Just clearing all of these supplicants?
Just clearing. Like, they would lose this current setup, so there's no reason not to clear the ground.
Well, it doesn't necessarily just hit ground either. These Banshees might be in for it.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not just ground. It's...
That did literally less than the desirable effect. They still have a lot of their shields and they're still pushing. That didn't really clear.
I'm wondering what he's saving the Carax for.
Yep, recall suits next. Secret missiles to come and clear this warp offensive. And in the meantime...
I don't think Malash is the right decision here.
Well, they're going to go for Malash Gateway, and I do agree that Gateway, while strong with Malash, isn't actually going to do anything in this current scenario. They have less than an ideal hand as well. They don't have many choices. They have Amon, and no way to play him.
Our allies are being attacked.
Now, when will they actually get to around to playing the Conclave directive?
Ah, there it is, I think. Robo Bay, Void Gate, Towering Colossi, and Fate Smith Carax.
Left side is sitting pretty with all of these units being able to transform back into Dragoons.
Ooh, Yamato Cannon incoming. Transform Tor.
All that does is take care
Robo
of the carrier.
Facility.
Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Yeah.
I think the left side will be winning once those Robo Bays are up.
Oh, they took out the Malash. Was it really that scary?
I mean, if you let it get out of hand, it is.
Will he use the Psionic Orb to try and weaken up some of these Dragoons? He has all of the buildings in the world, but none of the production to go with it.
I think...
It's all synergy buildings.
I think Karen is
and
deciding not to
assimilators.
play anything on purpose to get more value out of Gathering Warriors. No, he's desperate.
Yeah, they're putting out too much pressure. Plus, these Dragoons are marching in.
It's not the Dragoons I'm worried about. It's the second... Ooh, the second Roboboy didn't go up yet, because bad placements.
That was fortunate for right side. Psionic Orb definitely having to be used here. Good for them, though. They have the archives to make use of it. If they can grind down all of these units constantly, they might have their, win condition with this Amon.
Yeah, the Psionic Orb might be able to save them, although it will trigger another 4 recall suits.
Another stasis field?
Good.
From left side? I don't think that's necessarily the thing to do in this scenario.
Mada is not
Void
playing
Rift
it
and
Conclave
Planetary
for some
Surveyor.
reason. He's looking for something specific before he plays Conclave.
He might be looking for Planet Cracker.
No, Conclave wouldn't remove Planet Cracker.
No.
It's a combo deck from the looks of it. What does he have exactly? Let me take a look. Mada.
He's getting another Psi Orb. He's just tearing through these shields and stuff, hoping desperately to be able to clear.
Mada's the guy of which I have absolutely no clue what he wants, because he has almost 40 different cards in his deck.
Right now, Mada is doing everything to try and get his Conclave directive to work.
Another Psi Orb, that will help.
Out of left side, another stasis field to try and hold them down. Again, Harpua runs the Psionic Storm. Oh, these Psionic Orbs not getting the last smidges of health out of these Dragoons. That might just be too much value.
That other Psionic Orb. It did kill the Raven, but the Raven...
Tis G is a real trooper here, trying to clear constantly, but what can Mata do? His teammates trying to support him as much as possible.
The Oracles will do more than you'd expect, because they use spell damage to hit stuff, so they deal full damage to... Oh no, that was changed, so they still have a ridiculous DPS, but... Do they have what it takes? Ooh, no. No. Maybe? Oh, Gargantor is actually drawing a lot of the fire.
Gargantor is drawing fire, but that's it.
Not enough.
GG's.
GG
Game
indeed.
1. Let's go to game 2.
I am...
What do you make of that last match? I don't necessarily know what Mata is trying to do with his deck.
The problem is I couldn't tell you because he's the guy that had 40 different cards, so...
Like, one copy of each card. What does that do for you? Like,
I mean, he has 2 copies of Stargate, 2 Robotic Space, 2 Templar Archives. His buildings are double. Oh, he does run Vortex. Oh, he's the one guy that plays Carax.
Mm-hmm. Move
no,
us down.
he's one of 2 guys that plays Carax. There's 1 player that plays Narud, although I think he dropped.
Move us down.
Yeah, I am not now. Sorry about that. I was checking text.
Wait, why did I invite Zai? Get out of here, Zai.
Zai isn't in here yet. No. Why don't you just accept? Remove from... Okay. Lobby. There we go.
Alrighty.
Is that correct? Let me go to practice thing.
Protoss and Terran against double Protoss. Yep. Should be good.
I wasn't certain whether the G was correct, but it's because his name in game is different.
Let's go. Yes, we are. Mata is still doing his thing. They've currently lost 1 game, so they're hoping to pull this back.
Throw all but devoted. No, the keep. Harapu is keeping Cybercore. I'm kind of surprised by that. Keeping Marauder Squad for thingy feedback, thinking about throwing it, and keeping the carrier. I do agree with that. Carrier looks expensive, but it's pretty good early on.
There are not a lot of units out of the left team that are really shooting up, so this Phoenix formation and carrier might actually secure a lot of the early game. Now again, carrier being a 5 cost isn't necessarily early game, but it's early enough. Double Cybernetics Core and Malash with devoted defenders.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like Mata's thinking about playing Energy Crystal, and I kind of agree with him. It's on curve. It allows you that a bit of draw. I would play it, but mostly because I think draw is what wins you games. If you take the gas, play the crystal, it might not help you with the energy, but it's the draw that's important there.
Burrow setting up an early refinery here, probably trying to get out Marauder squads with Seeker missiles, any sort of combination of mid-cost
I mean,
units.
it is a perfectly fine setup. Like, there's nothing threatening on the board. It's a slow opening. I'm on Mada. Do
Now,
the Phoenix
with
into
the-
Courier.
With the difference being Malash and Devoted Defenders out of the left side, I suspect that Mada and TIS-G is going to have a lot more breathing room this game. Before they were being focused immediately from turn 2 all the way to turn 5.
Oh.
They did not have a chance to set up. Now they do.
Oh, they might be able to get a double Stargate up next turn instead of although no, I would go carrier Stargate into Stargate something else, probably from their side. No Phoenix formation. To be honest, it's more of a reactionary card than a just play straight up card.
Right, it's
Use
there
it
to help
counter
the
something.
carrier.
And take the gas and take the carrier.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They're learning from last match. They knew that there wasn't a lot of stuff to shoot
And
up.
oh, Artanis. Artanis for the first G.
Now, tennis can really help you fill out your curve. It makes sure that you are not ever without a means in which to play.
Yeah, but him also being a tactical heroic. I don't even know what exactly he does in terms of damage, but it's quite good.
Oh, he's ridiculous. See, a lot of people think the Praetor Phoenix is really good. He can shoot up and he has a double attack. He's basically an advanced version of Phoenix.
Yeah, he is. What more do we have? I'd say take the minerals, set up the Stargate. Try and work towards the Dragoon Force for Mada. This side, ooh, they drew Tassadar. Oh, Tassadar into the Psionic Orb.
Or Psionic Orb, yeah, they could do that.
But they could draw the feedback, which would be bad.
I see, he's playing the Templar Archives early and then trying to do Tassadar to recycle it at least once. Even if it gets recycled once, it's still some sort of value. And yeah, here goes
look at him
Artanis.
slashing through stuff.
Now, when he gets a whole bunch of Zealots on him, he's not going to be as effective.
He's playing the feedback. Why would he play the feedback? Oh, because Ghosts, that would definitely be worth it. And then forcing the Psionic Orb.
Yep.
While Mada
Also,
is
cloaked
going for
airstrikes won't
Arbiters.
get hit by this? I do not think. It depends on how that interaction goes.
Cloaked airstrike incoming.
Artanis still slashing away. What a champion. Now they need some sort of protection.
Your allies are in battle.
There's a lot of units coming out.
Mada. No, the first G has no action cards to keep Tassadar running. Ooh. And decides to play Malash? Yes.
Malash with Gateway can have a lot of impact later on.
Yeah,
if
but that's
Malash isn't just
Harpuna.
killed.
I think I'm talking about the first G, who doesn't seem to have anything but Tassadar and Artanis on the field currently.
Well, Tassadar will end up getting sacrificed, I suppose. Now, I'm more worried about Harpua's Malash, because
he has fodder.
He not only does he have fodder, but the right side does not have anything. They don't have any targeted removal. They are not running a Terran.
They do have a Dominator,
Behemoth
which
1
could turn
cannon
around.
coming out for left side, however, is the complete opposite. They will clear that Malash.
Oh, but Mada is going with the Psionic Orb, probably try and clear. Yeah, that is
Oh,
one.
that was unfortunate. They really need some of the damage down there on the
He cleared a lot of fodder. Oh, except recall suit was used at some point. Viridescent Archons for 3. The first
They're
G is
feeling a lot of pressure. And
They
that's
are
some of the
indeed.
risk with running hybrids without drawing your Void Rift. You have to draw it before they become live.
Yeah. Minus the stasis field did help. Somebody's Molas got killed because Reavers are pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, Reavers.
But there is Planetary
have a lot of
Surveyor
damage.
for the first G, probably to try and fetch his.
Another Psionic Orb. He's definitely going for another Psionic Orb.
Except the first G doesn't have. No, he does. Yeah. Mada has a vortex, but he's trying to get out. Mada's trying to get out his void gates.
These Archons will do some sort of work, but I don't know if they're necessarily going to do as much work as they hope. Ooh, there's the
no,
Void
they're
Rift.
not.
Okay,
I
not in
know.
a moment too
He's
soon.
not going for. Oh, he's going for the. Actually, the Narazim assassins might be good enough here.
So with the units that are coming out of left side, and these cybernetics cores, I just think there's way too much sustain without any sort of building removal. He might need to try and get out those high. Well, he can't even do that. They're out of the range.
This is
Those
probably
are
why
5
he's
costs.
going with. He probably wants the Void Rift to try and steal 10 units away.
Well, I think those are really his only options right now.
There he goes. Stealing 10. That will take away the fodder for the Cyber Core.
Now, what is Mada actually putting out here for his team? He has a warp offensive that he's thinking about using, but like, he needs Conclave Directive, Stargate, Robotics Bay, Chrono Boost. Like, what is his goal with these cards in his hand right now?
I am not entirely certain, I'll be honest. His deck is a weird. It's weird. But that makes a difference. That just stole around half the enemy army.
Mm-hmm. And with Void Ray Productions, this might actually go back in their favor.
Impeding Tempest is back. Well, back, it's in hand. Didn't think we would see it this game, especially after it got changed.
Well, hammering down on those buildings is... Impeding
however-
Tempest is a lot better mid-game, actually, now that it has been changed.
I mean,
The damage
mostly because
hasn't
it
been
just comes
altered.
out earlier. It's easier to remove. Ooh. Somebody decided to feed back the Dominator, which was a good choice, weakening it and taking away its spells, but it's still a big unit.
And all these bio units going in with 2 cybernetics cores. The sustain is so real.
Twilight Council. Is he doing it? Is he doing a Chrono Boost Conclave
The
Directive?
Psionic Orb will help temporarily, but I don't think it's gonna... Well... So, Psionic Orb here gets rid of a lot of the, a lot of the small units. But it ends up making them come right back. So I think getting 2 waves of DPS down on these biological units, once when they die to, well, hopefully die to something, and a second time as they come back as stalkers, it's really efficient, but they really have no other choice.
Hybrid Dominator, Hybrid Destroyers coming in to destroy the refinery and the gateway. He still has that Conclave Directive in hand for some reason, but why?
And Warp Gate for Harpua. he doesn't have a lot of gateways to use it on, but he is using the second robotics facility. I think they're getting their cake and they're eating it too. They have the cybernetics core set up. They have the facilities. It's out of range of anything, any targeted removal, and they're starting to march down the base with big, heavy mech units. Mothership core and conclave directive.
I still don't understand the reason for conclave. I thought it was there to clear the deck of any ground units and just draw the air and just do a short burst of air damage with Protoss, which can work, definitely. There is 7 very distant Archons coming out for the first G. But
See, first G is so hard carrying his team right now. He's doing everything humanly possible. That last loss was definitely not on anything that TSG was doing. He was slowly doing the grinding game. He was putting out heavy spells after heavy spells, trying to 1 versus 2.
Yeah, I have to agree. Mada's deck is not reliable enough. Just having those around 40, it's actually 34 different decks, different cards, just doesn't allow for any reliability. Although a feedback is coming in, to kill Stedman? Ooh, yeah. They just did a Stedman. To be honest, Mada is doing something currently because one of his 2 Void Gates is still alive after a good 10 turns.
Yeah.
So,
and Towering Colossi coming out, they might actually have a really good push coming.
Why? What is just the function of the Conclave Directive? It's not a clear, it's not a ramp. More feedback coming out to try and get rid of the Spectres. I think the left side has actually run out of steam.
The left side still has its 2 robotic facilities up.
Yes, but they have some Gathering Warriors.
Yep. They really need to counter these Archons and these Colossi that are coming up with the production of these Void Rays. Void Rays might cinch this out for right side, but once these Archons fall, so do these Tempests.
Another carrier for Mada. What is he trying to do? Mada does not have... The only thing Mada runs doubles off is his buildings. He does run Carrack's inventions. Is it production Protoss with Carrack's backup?
First G is top decking now. He has done everything that he can. It's now up to Mada to try and, help secure
Mada's
this win.
been top decking for the last 6 turns. There's a Templar Archive. He wants to play that, doesn't he?
And the recall suit's coming out, the second one. If they can survive this second recall suits, they might have the game. This is going to go the long haul, folks.
A bit too long of a haul. We still have a match to go before semi.
Well, like I said before, if the games take long, that's perfectly fine. The competitors were informed that this would be a multi-weekend event.
At least we think they were.
Well, it was up for 3 weeks. That's all I could do. Stasis field to just hold the line.
There's Carrack's
invention,
and now he plays Conclave to empty all of his mechanical units.
It's been a long time coming, but we're finally starting to see what the use of this Conclave Directive will be. Now, this is 2 turns worth of prep. Will it be worth it? This is only the first use of Carrack's invention after at least 16 turns in this game.
Ooh, and another roll.
They just lost the battle in the mid.
He can do characters with cannons, so he can put up a bit of a defense against whatever they're throwing out here. But is it enough? Oh yes it is, because Amon's coming out from the first G.
Oh man.
In exchange, a reactor's coming out from Barrow. So there will be Vikings and Marines.
4 Marines, 2 Vikings each turn. 2 Vikings straight up killed the prospects of that Void Ray.
So let's look at the
think this
Void
is too
armies. What did he get? Ooh, some low rolls, some high low. Ooh, that's a 3 Dark Templar card. That's pretty good.
3 Dark Templars could really help out.
Well, 2 Marines, 1 Zealot, and 3 Dark Templars. There's also a few bad ones, just Marines and Zergling mixes. Ooh, Devourers and Scouts. Together with some Zerglings, that would be a very good air clearer. But Psystorm seems to be the option of choice here.
Let's see how long Amon lasts when these huge immortals.
Did he just get feedback by something? Oh, Psionic Orb.
That'll help.
And there's 2 carriers
Yamato
coming out.
cannon.
Carrack's Inventions is starting to...
Oh no! Stasis field being picked up by Harpua. This could spell the game right here.
If it lands badly, it does. There's Psionic Orb on the way, so we will clear some of what's coming, but...
There are some low health units.
There is...
Ooh.
Enough of them, it stops a lot of the real...
The Void Ray's still going. Nothing's shooting up anymore. They really need this
Iridescent
Void
Stalkers.
production.
Just play the Void Army. You have...
I think this is it. This double Ganchathor has to work.
It's
the Immortals
not
are
a
just
Gargantua,
banging
it's a
down
normal,
the base.
it's a normal carrier.
Oh really? That is most unfortunate.
I mean, it could do the job. There's not that much that shoots there. Oh, but the rest is Immortals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Mara's deck was too unreliable. I see the ID, the Conclave Carax combo. Alright.
Alrighty. For now, we are going to take a, let's say a 5-minute break. Or, no, 15. We're going to go with a 15-minute break, and then we will get on to the first of the semifinals.
Who's planning that?
That will be Anachronity and Drizzo versus Zai and the Condor.
Roger that. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. The other one will be Barrow versus the winner of the next match. We still need to do one match of the pre-brackets. Oh, just a bit of stretching. I'll be back.
Okay, take 15. We will get back to that in a bit.
clue. Hello? Looks like everyone's muted.
Hello. Alright, setting up lobby. Then we'll take their position for the finals. Nobody's gonna
If it doesn't screw anything up too much, we could also just have the semifinals match if they don't show up, and then try to get them to show up later. Seems kind of hard to coordinate this all because just like seems like no one really knows when they're playing. Yeah, no, I get it. At this point, it's kind of hard to fix the whole thing.
Alright, setting up puppet. They got their position for the finals. Nobody's gonna do. I love.
If it doesn't screw anything up too much, we could also just have the semifinals match if they don't show up, and then try to get them to show up later. Seems kind of hard to coordinate.
Yeah.
So then we're definitely not doing the semifinals today? Because that would be really helpful. Okay. After 2 p.m. Same thing, unfortunately.
If you need finals.
Okay, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
I think so. I'm not certain. Morridan. If neither of these teams follow up, does that mean Barrow's team make it to the finals out of themselves? All right. Brackets. I mean, we are an hour late with their bracket, but yeah, seems fair.
Does that mean that like the winner from seeds 5 and 6 get a bye?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That means we only have two matches to do next week. Round robin. Oh no, not after yesterday. Yeah.